everybody. Welcome to Painting Happy Little Minis. I'm Rick.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Gretchen.
And we're back painting some more hate.
Hate. You got it? You got it? Go.
There we go.
That's bigger than me.
Hate by CMON. This is a game based on the Chronicles of Hate graphic novel by acclaimed artist Adrian Smith, who I believe you said you have an affinity for.
I do enjoy Adrian Smith's work considerably. Yep.
Hate is a board game of brutal combat and conquest in a desolate world of ravenous warriors and depraved mysticism.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
That's the best kind of mysticism, really.
Yeah, depraved.
Yep.
I have no idea what either of you are talking about. This is a wholesome boy, and he is now my son.
Oh my gosh.
I love him.
Wow.
Look at the face.
He looks like Ludo.
He does look like Ludo.
Should I put the face under the closed cam?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Looks...
So, going under the closed cam there.
Do, 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 do.
Hello. There we go.
Look, now he's
awesome.
blurry.
Now we just let everybody know that at the moment we have Caleb is learning how to do our
live stream.
Our live stream. So all of our switching. And that. Let's see if I can move it around then. Nope.
You can do it. You can do it.
Put your hand behind it. There you go.
There we go.
Oh, bring it down just a little bit.
There we go.
Bring it.
Down, up and down, and up and down.
And we're almost
there. But there we go.
Yeah, it's not a cute boy.
No, he's adorable. Don't listen to them. Believe me. Trust me.
He is quite adorable.
He looks like a minotaur, and cows are the best, as we know.
But really good.
So let's see who's all here today. We've got Demont Hall, Rogue Shader, Green.
Oh.
I got my hate on Monday. It's pretty intimidating. My daughter loves the miniatures. She's a brutal 5-year-old.
Nice.
See, the 5-year-old agrees with me. They're fantastic.
We've got Josh from Mini Painting Studio says, "Welp." Rad Algren, let's do this.
Indeed.
James says, "Good day." Hello, James. Kelly Preston, hello everyone. Hello, Kelly. Byron, wet your brushes.
Yes.
How much is that? As far as the price on the box, I think I paid $100 for it, and it was a Kickstarter exclusive.
Yeah.
So
You may have missed out.
yeah. I'm guessing, like you had said, you saw it at games and stuff. So there were some retailer potentials there.
Some retailers, I think, got had like a retailer pledge level or something like that. But yes, so there might be some out there. Check around. I know I was a little bit worried about getting another enormous box of 100+ miniatures. Mm-hmm. So I worked out with a friend of mine to just pick up the huts. There's some really cool terrain pieces, some huts and some trees, and the art book. Nice. And those are currently on their way to me. They should be arriving tomorrow.
Oh.
Very nice.
I'm very excited. The huts have got that classic sort of nomadic barbarian kind of look
Okay.
to them. More yurts, really.
More like yurts.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense. Very cool. Yeah, these miniatures are super cool, super detailed.
They're very detailed.
Yep.
I'm working on one of the mercenaries.
Yep.
And I think you've got the tyrant.
I have the tyrant over here, yep.
And you have the cute boy.
I have the cute boy.
Okay.
That's his official name, actually.
It is his official name now.
Umgaha, cute boy.
He's just a good boy. He's just a good boy. Look at him. He looks like he has a nice, good, giant, looks like something's femur.
It looks like someone's femur.
Yeah, that he's getting ready to swing around for a good, wholesome game of baseball or pinata smashing, I'm sure.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely pinata smashing.
Yeah. Wholesome.
Josh says, "I'm concerned when my Zombicide invaders show up, 150 miniatures, that'll take me a decade." If you pick up a book called Armies, Legions, and Hordes, it might help you guide yourself on how to paint them more quickly and with quality.
Is that Josh from Mini Painting Studio?
Nope, that was Josh Whiteley.
Okay.
Chris Gorka says, hey.
Hey, Chris.
Byron says, Ludo Snow.
No.
And Scott says, hello. Hello, Scott.
Hello, hello.
Thousand Year Beard says, hello.
Hello?
Well, he actually says, hello. Avenging Zealot. What's up? I'm normally on Facebook, but I brought it here. Cool. Runestorm is with us. Avenging Zealot says, just bought all my paint supplies yesterday for the first time.
Oh,
just
great.
Gotta get a primer today and can't wait to start painting minis. We can't wait to see your painted minis.
Excellent.
Jack Hardy says, hello. I may hop on painting this orc in a few. Nice. Oh yeah, I got a Zombicide Invaders pledge coming to me as well. Hate, the Pinata expansion is sick.
I don't want to know what falls out of it.
Right?
Well, actually, I'm guessing it's more skulls.
More skulls.
More skulls.
Candy.
And
Skull
spikes.
candy.
Yep.
Skulls and spikes.
Spikes. Spiked skulls.
Mm-hmm.
Wrapped in candy.
Candy.
Made of candy.
Delicious.
Delicious skulls of candy.
So
Amazing.
I haven't even looked at, the actual gameplay for this yet.
Yeah.
Because I got it Friday last week and was brought it in here immediately on Monday for painting
Yep.
this week. So if anybody's already had an opportunity to play their copy, what are your thoughts on the gameplay? That would be kind of nice to know.
Yep. Is there a comparison to an existing game
Yeah.
kind of thing? I mean, in much, would you describe it in much the same way as CMON did with Rising Sun, saying Rising Sun was the spiritual successor to Blood Rage, for example.
Which is funny. I got another Rising Sun box in
Yeah.
this past weekend.
Oh wow.
But not the core box. It was the Daimo box,
Yep.
which has 30 more miniatures.
Right.
I was like, oh,
Nice.
I was like, okay, yes.
Just when you thought you had enough.
All right, look at this stuff.
More minis.
Isn't it neat? Don't you think my collection's complete?
Dave's gonna give up on us in the Disney parodies.
Possibly.
Listen.
Possibly.
I'm just saying that Paint with All the Colors of the Wind is your song.
Is your song, Dave?
My song?
That's
Yep.
your jam. Why would you struggle against that? Just accept the inevitable.
I agree.
Well, I think the owner would probably tell you that I don't paint with all the colors. Paint with some of the colors of the wind. A very defined palette
There's your
of the
song.
wind.
Paint
That's
with
so
some of the
true.
colors
Colors of the wind. Okay.
Pick your palette.
So. Yep. When I was digging through my paints today to work out what I was going to use to finish this guy off, I was I pulled out all of my go-to paints and I just thought, oh dear.
Because you knew exactly what was going to be said.
Yep.
Charred Brown, Tinny Tin,
And what else? What else?
Earthshade,
I agree with that. Ivory.
Ivory.
Ivory's in there.
I'm just trying to think of the ones that we normally hear you reference.
Sure. There's one that I haven't referenced for a little while, but I still use it a lot as a highlight color for my charred brown.
Okay.
See if you can remember it.
A highlight colored for your charred brown. It's not the Earthshade, Athrax Earthshade.
No, that's a shade.
It's a shade.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have I stumped
Is
you?
it desert sand?
No, it's not desert sand. It is beige brown.
Beige brown. Dang it. I knew that.
Yeah. There we go.
Let's see what we got going on here. Max says, finally, again, you guys done with your A Song of Ice and Fire minis? I just started mine. We finished the ones that we started that one session, but not the whole set, just the Mountains Men. Mini Painting Sue says, gameplay reviews are mixed from what I've read. Byron says, so cool. Mostly for the longevity of replays. Ah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Until maybe more boards come out, and if they were to add to it in that capacity, but I don't think they're going to. I think it was a one and done.
I think so.
Kelly Preston, I'm curious how would one go about a subscription to the magazine? Kelly, that is a great question. What you can do is you can go to GameTradeMagazine.com, and there under the store logo or store hyperlink, you can click on that. It'll take you to the magazine, and you can just click on it and subscribe.
Nice.
Emerald Dragon Game says, oh my God, it's Rick, Dave, and move out of the way. Gretchen, she's my fave, hashtag hearts. James Smith says, Doc Brown, is that a go-to color for Dave? Doc Brown?
Brown?
Doc Brown. Doc Brown. It is now.
Strangely enough, in one of Josh's streams, Josh from Mini Painting Studio, one of his live streams, a few people tagged Dave Taylor Miniatures in there and followed it with...
Doc Brown?
No, Team Cavalry Brown.
Ooh.
So it's like, oh, that's kind of weird. It's been ages since I've mentioned Cavalry Brown.
Interesting.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
kind of curious as to what
What were they thinking?
what were they thinking? What brought that up? And no doubt it was something that was said in the stream or discussed at some point.
Max says, come on, finish the armies. Mini Painting Studio says, Team Cavalry Brown only.
Team Cavalry Brown only?
Yes. Here.
There's going to be a lot of monochrome painting.
DeMonte Holt says, those hate fellows are pretty muted. I think I might hit them with a Zenithal Prime and glazes.
Yeah, that would work well. You can get a lot of... there's so much detail on them. And working with glazes is going to really work. Really help you pop out all that color in there. Oh, sorry, all the detail.
Jack's going to go start painting his orc.
Excellent.
Yes. So we got a really cool one from C. Juarez.
No, that's just spam.
You don't need to mention the spammers.
Man, just really wanted to give them, some attention.
No.
Now
Don't do that.
now I has the sads.
That's okay. You'll recover.
Oh, I have already. Yeah, it's quick.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. The gag is you like Charred Brown over Cavalry.
Oh. I'm not sure what the gag is. It's a way better color. Charred Brown is the best. Just in case you...
You are team. Oh, no.
I'm Team Charred Brown. There we go. You can just read the faded print on that Charred Brown.
Yeah. Yikes.
What? What?
It just goes to show that you use that particular
Yep.
brand a lot.
All the
So it's
time.
black.
Um,
Gunmetal. Is there a blue?
of course.
Like an indigo-y blue?
Like a royal purple. That's not what you want.
Oh, there's
There's
a-
electric.
There's like a blue wash over there. That'll work.
Blue tone.
Yeah, that'll.
Here's a question for the folks at home. The haft of the axe here, I could paint that in metal, or I could paint that as wood. What would people like to see? Let me know.
So if you're not at home, if you're somewhere else watching this, it's only for the people at home.
Only for the people at home.
Because that's what Dave said.
Yep. Only for the people at home. But yes, let me know. The head of the axe, of course, is going to be metal.
Oh.
Metal.
Metal.
Metal!
Yes.
Death metal.
Death metal. Yes, like, I think Ghost falls into that category. The band Ghost from Sweden.
Possibly. I don't know anything about death metal.
Yeah, you're on your own now.
Yeah.
Who, me?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Two people from Twitch say metal,
Metal?
I respect death metal as a genre.
and then
music.
two from Facebook say wood. Actually, 3.
3.
Oh,
Okay, so we've got 2v3. Now, the folks who said metal, did they like put the little emoji for the like throwing up the horns?
let's take a look.
Because that'd be a bonus.
The answer to that is no.
No.
And they got wood over here. Wood because it's probably be harder to make look awesome.
Okay. So you're trying to make it more difficult for me. I see.
That's not me. That's Josh Whaley.
Okay.
Sorry, Josh. I had to throw you under the bus.
Yeah.
So yeah, altogether 4 wood, 2 metal.
4 wood, 2 metal. Okay. What it is, I guess.
I was gonna say though, if you're painting it metal, you should
Hmm?
narrate it using your death metal voice.
Yeah, you're pretty good at the death metal voice.
All right.
Yeah.
You're better than
I'm
me.
not so sure. That's
Oh, you sing like a Disney princess, Gretchen.
Matt says his vote should count as 10.
what was that?
Oh, Matt Stagmer from Men at Arms.
All right. Yep.
And their new channel, that works.
That works.
Don't forget that.
That's right. So, for those of you that are fans of watching people forge amazing things, make sure you go and follow That Works on the YouTube. And if Matt, if you can put the link up for that in the chat, that'd be awesome.
Like and subscribe and ding the little bell.
Hit the bell. Yes. Bing.
Getting intense on these skin tones here.
You are intense.
I'm always intense.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
What are
like
they,
camping.
What are they called? A yurt.
Yurts.
You're in yurt.
That sounds like.
Is that the latrine?
Ew.
The urine yurt?
Yuck. Yikes.
Yeah.
Those are the worst. But they have to be 100 yards from any of the living tents. just so
Okay.
you know. Yeah.
Oh, the things you learn on painting happy little minis.
We like to keep it a little bit crazy.
That's also true. So I inquired as to if we could have this as a catered event because, you know, that was the thing I hate most about this program is that we
Right,
don't have
that we don't have
events.
catering.
And I asked if we could, and they said no.
I suspect you
Still all
asked.
the hate.
You asked the wrong people. Who'd you ask?
And what?
Who did you ask?
People.
People?
Above me.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to put.
Like
the
in the
name.
apartment above you? Or?
I don't have an apartment above me.
Okay.
I live in a townhouse,
Right here.
which has been really interesting lately.
Yeah.
You know, because just before Christmas, my neighbor's house caught on fire, which
Right.
was connected right to mine.
yeah, that was a thing that happened.
Right, and it
That
burned a
was-
little bit of the siding right next to my bedroom,
Yep.
which could have been way worse.
Yep.
But they've been going through their whole rip out and rebuild and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Man, they threw everything away.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
Everything.
Sometimes you just have to start all over.
Start fresh.
So they had this ginormous like wagon dumpster in a parking spot next to mine in front of their place.
Yeah.
And yesterday when I got home, it was filled with like all their dining room furniture, their couches, and everything.
Probably smells like smoke though.
Oh yeah,
doesn't
it did really bad. It smelled like a really bad barbecue.
Okay.
Yes. Kelly says metal with a touch of gold,
Ooh, that's fancy.
but now it's wood.
I think you're suggesting
Inlays.
like silver with some gold inlays. Something like that.
Sounds good to me.
That's my interpretation anyway. Okay.
So we got veggies that's called out wood. There's lots of wood going on over there.
Yeah. Okay. I've made my decision.
Yeah, I mean you did. I'm just saying there's still lots of people,
Yep.
you know,
Like calling out wood.
calling out wood.
Yep. Now I'm
All our Catan friends.
Yep. Maybe later I can trade it for sheep. What?
That's just perfect.
Okay. But I'm going to paint it wood.
All right. So, is anybody watching the show Blue Book? Project Blue Book?
Project Blue Book? No.
What is that?
It is the TV show that basically chronicles this the UFO phenomena of the 1950s, post World War II thing. But these are all like it's a drama, but and it has the guy who played Peter Baelish in it as like this physicist that gets hired by the U.S. government. But the thing is it's all based on actual events. They show at the end of every episode, they show the actual like film reels that were like used to like say, here's the phenomenon, and this is, and then throughout the thing they talk about how it was either disproved or maybe unable to answer the question of real or not.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, a lot of military involvement.
Well, you know, I'm sure they all were very concerned when people started going, there's things in the sky.
Well, I'm sure. We didn't have Homeland Defense then, or Space Force.
No Space Force?
No Space Force then. What would we do without Space Force?
Same thing we do every day, Brain.
Try and take over the world.
You guys are ridiculous.
Thank you. That was a compliment, right?
Yeah.
If that's what you're going for.
Wasn't sure if that's how we should take it. Throw another couch on the Barbie.
The what?
They said, throw another couch on the Barbie.
Couch on the Barbie. Right.
What speakest thou? The air is sweet and fragrant. You beat me to it, Dave. UFO cover-up.
UFO cover-up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Avenging Zealot says, I feel like the hate minis would be perfect for a giant in D&D. Probably Ice Giant. It wouldn't buy that whole box just for that. I mean, there's so many. So some of you, here's my miniature.
Yep.
Right? And if Dave and Gretchen want to real quick just show that these are all large miniatures, but this is what
painting his nails.
I'm going to say. This is what there's also these normal size miniatures in there. But these are like the tribal leaders. Or whoops, we broke it.
Too big, too heavy.
So they are all relatively large, and then of course there's the smaller miniatures that come in the box. And there's 103 miniatures total, and I think 15 or 20 of them are large like these.
Yep.
And it's just
Yeah.
There's
a lot of stuff in there for sure.
But I was thinking is if I, because I like to use miniatures
There we go.
as in D&D, regardless of what game they actually come with.
Yep.
That these would be like really cool if you were to like have avatars for deities that would come down and battle on the plane, the prime material plane.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
And these would be the avatars of those different like war deities and stuff.
Right.
Oh yeah, you look at Demon Home comment.
Demon Holt says, definitely, I plan on using mine in Dragon Rampant as a chaotic army. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Megalodon Jaws says, looking good. Thank you so much. Eventually go, Joe, geez, that's a lot of minis. Gonna have to check out the box for sure. Maybe even find time to play the game. Ross Bonilla says, I want hate. I need hate.
Hurt. Hurt.
Heck yeah. They're really good.
Yeah,
And I'm guessing
minis.
that people are posting them up on like eBay and stuff because,
Quite possibly.
but
But yeah, and as you mentioned before, check with your local hobby store and see if they
happen to pick up some.
some
Yeah.
retailer pledges. But
It's always the best. That's where you should always go. And if anybody's watching that's new to our channel, watching our show today, we appreciate you being here. We do have a Facebook group where a lot of the people that watch and participate in the chat and others post up miniatures that they've painted recently. They ask questions and give answers, so everybody can increase their toolbox and skill level. So go over to that, and it's a Painting Happy Little Minis Facebook group, and we'd love to have you join up.
Yep. It'd be very cool. I think we're at about, as of this morning, we're at 920
Nice.
official members.
Official members.
Official members.
I like that. I like that answer.
Official. So, 920. So,
All right.
I think I strained my back when I posed for the photo on Tuesday.
Really?
When it was like, yeah, just like right back here.
The grimace of your teeth
It's still
you have
throughout
to
your back?
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
I'm getting old.
stop that.
Yeah. Stop grimacing or stop getting old.
Both.
Cease to age. I'm trying.
If only it worked like that. Right? Power word stop.
Stop. That'd be pretty mild.
Yeah, it would.
Immortality, here
I would
I
subscribe
come.
to that in a minute.
Pretty Painting Studio says, I remember when it was over 1,000.
Back in the day.
Back before Facebook decided. Facebook, you know what? Facebook decided we were getting too powerful.
Yep.
Yeah.
They just.
It's so funny is when we hit 1,000 is literally the same day that Facebook's like, oh, these people haven't accepted the join or whatever for everybody that like invited people to join the group. And so it's just like, brrr. I was like, what the heck?
What happened?
Right?
It does give us another chance to give away another mega paint set.
It does.
So that's cool. That's the silver lining. The mithril silver lining.
Ooh, mithril.
Mithril.
It's one of my favorite scenes in Fellowship of the Ring when Bilbo gives Frodo the mithril shirt.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And then he sees the ring and he's like, I'd very much
And
like
then
to
he
hold it
turns
one more
into
time.
like
He's
a terrifying.
Yes. So
That
good.
scared me.
Did it?
So much. I was not expecting it, and I jumped out of my skin. I was like, "That's not the Hobbit I know and love." Ah, scary man.
That was beautiful. Jason Gilbert says, I like paint.
Paint.
Byron wants to know what paint colors you are using, Gretchen.
I am using, so for the giant like femur thing, club, I have been using skeleton bone, but for all of his skin, I used, what did I use? I used barbarian flesh, and I painted it on pretty thin.
Mm-hmm.
And then I used a bit of a red tone, which is called red tone.
What?
Awesome.
Yeah, sure. And that's the Army Painter War Paints to make him look a little bit more grizzled on those fleshy bits. And then I did a really thin bit of blue tone from the Army Painter as well to kind of do a little bit of shadowing because
Nice.
it makes it look a little bit more like skin. People tend to have blue undertones.
Yep.
Well, white people do, yes. But since I had used white people colors,
Yep.
kind of deathy white people colors, I did blue undertones.
Cool.
Also, we have a question from YouTube.
This is Ross. Question
Oh,
here.
shoot.
What do you do to compensate for unbalanced minis that's large like those you have? It's a crazy posed magma troll that I'm working on.
Okay. So I would, if it's kind of on a crazy
Really
angle,
brown.
and I'm just holding up like this. So this has obviously got a great sort of base. There's a lot of surface area attached to the base.
Right.
If you have a model that has that then has parts that extend sort of way out from the base and start to make it topple over.
Okay.
I'd get a larger base, which you can either cut yourself from Plasticard or from MDF or pick up from a hobby store. They generally, or gaming stores might have larger bases that you can attach that miniature to, and it's kind of tough to describe in doing it in this way. But if you had another base that was this kind of diameter,
Okay.
there, so sort of extending out to this point. Am I getting my other hand in there? Yep, there we go. And you glue the first base down onto it. It'll stop it from tipping over.
Okay.
So larger bases. If it doesn't have a base, and it's just sort of rolling around on its feet and hands, that sort of thing, I'd pin it to a base. So
Nice.
that's the approach I would take.
Okay.
Hopefully that poor collection of words provided an answer.
Dave, Gretchen, how do you do painting things?
Duh. Duh.
You guys want to see some minis?
Sure.
Yep. Some minis from the group. So we're going to check out cool things that people have been painting since Tuesday,
Yep.
or even on Tuesday. Hopefully we'll see the photo of Jack's gobos.
Oh, yeah.
And then he painted 2 gobos on Tuesday. So we'll get to those in a second.
Yep. Fun fact, if you're trying to figure out what undertones for different kind of skin tones to use, you can always go online, find a reference of someone like on Google that has the shade of skin tone you're trying to paint.
Yep.
And then use like a little, the dropper tool in any kind of thing to just bloop, drop it, and then you can figure out, oh, does the skin tone that I'm trying to accomplish have green undertones? Or if they're, if they're African American, do they have, more purple undertones or more like golden highlights or those kinds of things? Makes it easier.
Yep. It's definitely a good idea.
All right, we have the minis ready.
We have the minis. Let's see them.
Let's roll that hot mini footage.
There we go.
We're right off the top.
Straight up.
All right.
I think it's because Jack posted these at like 3:30,
Okay.
about half an hour after the show.
Those look
Which is
great.
very cool. Yep. So,
Good job, Jack.
yep, nice job on those gobos. I like the highlights on the skin. Very cool. Oh, this is something for Gretchen.
Ooh, what are those?
Dinosaurs! Dinosaurs!
Nice. Those are some 3D printed.
I love them so
So,
much.
yep.
They look great.
Max
They look so good.
gave himself a 3D printer the other day and printed off a dinosaur.
I
and
want them.
painted that one at the front in about an hour, apparently.
Wow. Jeez.
It might have been a little bit longer to do the basing, but yeah, definitely swift work on the paint job. Looks good.
Ross Bonilla, the Blood Warriors, and Korgorath
Kolgarath.
from Age of Sigmar starter set.
Yep.
Nice.
So it looks like he's got everything assembled and hitting them all with a red primer. What was that, Leona?
They're work in progress.
Oh, I wasn't sure. Thank you. So excellent. Nice work in progress there, Ross. Lots of red for those guys.
For the Blood God.
For the Blood God. Yep.
Yes.
And next up, we have Jason with the Court of Owls.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Night Models Miniatures.
Yep.
Very cool.
Oh, that's
I thought
hench.
that was a great comic book series too, The Court of Owls. It was in Batman's New 52. It was
Okay.
in the first eight issues was The Court of Owls story arc. It was
Okay.
so good.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's funny, for a second there, I think you thought that I knew what I was talking about when I said Court of Owls.
I did. Yeah.
Just for a brief second.
Just for a brief second.
We know better.
And then
We
he looked at
know.
me and it was like, no.
Yeah,
He doesn't know.
the blank stare of what are you talking
What are you
about?
talking about, Rick?
Chris Jacobs with his work in progress Skaven Warlock Bombardier for Age of Sigmar. Looks so good.
Yeah.
You had
Yep,
mentioned
really
that
nice.
in response to this how you really like the red in the robes, and it does look really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing looks great, but that red
Fantastic
looks
job. I'm just going to reach over and grab the red tone.
Mark
Do it.
Norton. I do not know what this is from, but that is sick.
The Barbarians. So yeah, it's so that's two Barbarians. There's the hammer. hammer is huge.
Yeah. It reminds me of the one from Scott Pilgrim. Did you ever see that movie? Scott Pilgrim?
I did, yep.
Yeah. So good.
I just didn't
Very good
remember the
one.
hammer.
Chris Gorka, the WizKids doors. Nice. Wow. I am not going to even attempt to find traps on that door because obviously it's trapped because look at all that blood.
I see a red door and I want to paint it black.
One
Jesus.
tells
Sorry.
truth.
It was there.
That was good.
Lies.
There's the only opportunity I'll ever get to see it.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good. Very cool. Good job, Chris.
Yep, nice work.
Brian King, WizKids Human Bard. Nice. He's got his, is that a lute on his back? Ready to inspire those fellow adventurers.
Oh, I thought you were talking about loot.
No,
Like
like,
Loot.
right. No.
Crazy LUT.
Yeah, the best kind.
No. Cool.
James
Very nice.
Penny. Oh, wow.
Yep. James posted this
That back.
last night.
That bedroll. Come on. That's,
That is cool.
yeah.
Yep.
They did a great job. Good job.
I think color choice is really nice too.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it.
Absolutely. That red contrasting against all the metallics.
Yep. Definitely good.
Or burgundy even.
Just love how you did the hair.
Michael Bull, dwarf from WizKids. Nice.
Yeah.
That hammer just looks wicked.
Good job, Mike.
Michael, if you're in the
Yep.
chat, what did you name that dwarf? Jason Sutton, the ghoul from Castle Ravenloft board game. Yeah, it's very cool. Those are fun miniatures that you can get from the different D&D board games, like the Underdark one, and of course Castle Ravenloft.
Right.
I literally the Tomb of Horrors. I literally bought those board games just for the miniatures.
Just for the miniatures. Nice. Awesome. That's good.
Good job, everybody. And again, if you are not currently in the Painting Happy Luminis group
Get
on
there.
Facebook, please go over there and join. We'd love to have you participate and become part of our painting community. That'd be awesome.
Yep.
And that was our names again. And there it is again.
One more time. One more
That's
time.
okay.
Come on, one more time.
Got to triplicate it.
Oh, no, there we go. There's the
All
Facebook
right.
group. Okay.
In
You
case
do
you
it.
had forgotten.
You're doing a good job, Caleb.
What?
Twitch.
Yay!
What are we looking at?
Hey team, this is Matthew at Alliance.
Yeah.
You're also in the office watching you paint.
Use your old man eyes. Look with your eyes.
Look with your eyes.
Look with your special eyes. You see those commercials?
Yep.
Legolas, what do your elf eyes see?
They're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
Thank you. She looked at me and I was like,
Oh. The something that I really enjoyed about that, or sort of that area of the two towers, recently have been all the memes of where there's that line like, looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
yes.
So it's like that the orcs have been to a restaurant before,
Right.
where there was a menu.
Right.
And not only they'd been there and eaten meat at a restaurant, they'd also been to the restaurant when there was no meat. So it was no longer on the menu.
Yeah.
Now it's back on the menu.
Not only do I like that you've referenced that, but
Yep.
when you talked about the slapping a chicken and cooking it.
All right.
how-
Yeah.
The physics behind how many slaps or
no.
Yep.
how fast one slap would have to be to cook a chicken.
Yep.
I've been seeing that all
All
over now.
Yep.
Where people are talking about like, what is it, World Star? You know, where they have the slap fights where two people on
Oh,
the
okay.
street and be like, ooh, chicken is cooked.
Yep. I've seen quite a few things. Right? The
Yeah,
best.
with Superman a lot.
Yep. The best part, I think, is that none of it references the original question.
Right.
Another like directly references it.
Right.
It's all, you'll only get this if. So.
We got a lot of stuff going on Facebook. Jason had said use washers from your local hardware store in regards to the off balancing of a miniature.
Oh yeah. If your mini has a little space underneath the base, putting a washer in there can definitely help.
I like how that rhymes.
Space under the base.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like I want to hear some sick EDM beats drop when he's space on the bass.
Space on the bass.
Yeah.
It's funny that my EDM voice is the same as my death metal voice.
I believe in you. You
Thank
said you couldn't sing when we came in, but I think that's a lie.
Max
No,
Linger.
it's true.
Was it Max that did the dinosaurs?
Yep.
He says, I have some spares printed. Winky face.
Send dinosaurs.
Must send dinosaurs.
Apparently Jason's name was spelled wrong. We're sorry, Jason. Love the doors. Emerald Dragon Game says, such a joy. Your channel is growing and becoming a beautiful feed to the community. Thank you, Emerald.
Thank you.
Kelly Preston, I'm definitely going to have to take a picture of my dragon wolf. Yes.
That sounds awesome.
I want to see that. I like how everyone isn't scared to rhyme other than Leona. and James says, drop it like it's hot.
Also, Runestorm said his name on YouTube.
Oh, Adaric
Oh,
Bronzebeard. That's a cool name for that dwarf.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah. Adaric Bronzebeard.
Bronzebeard.
I can dig that.
Yep. Rick's a big fan of the dwarves.
I am.
It's because he's a dwarf himself.
Yeah, a dwarf in a giant's body.
Yep.
Well, maybe you're half dwarf, half giant.
It's disgusting.
The physics alone.
Not if it was a giant wife.
That's true.
Either way.
Well, there's a lot of questions.
Yeah, question. There will be questions.
Oh, dare that to be your next D&D character.
What?
Figure that out.
Half dwarf, half giant.
Half dwarf, half giant.
So human?
Human size. Human size, but not actually human.
I wonder if that's how like furbolgs came to be.
Maybe. I think you'll have to go along with the, like, all of the penalties and none of the benefits.
Right. Yeah, that'd be perfect. All the penalties.
All the penalties.
All right. So, Michael Gilkinson says, "Hey, Dave."
Hey, Mike. Mike's my friend who picked up the, I added my hate stuff to his hate pledge.
Nice.
Yep. I'm excited to receive it tomorrow. Hooray!
Oh, this furry.
It'd be really good.
Who would want a games night at GTM Studios?
Oh.
Everyone. Obviously.
Was that you asking that?
No, that
Rick, or
was James asked that.
James asked that. Right.
That is a great question, James. I would actually like to do that. Like, maybe not at the studio because it's small.
Outside of this, it's really dull.
Yeah. But maybe something GTM related at maybe an event like Gen Con or Origins and
That would be cool.
That'd be cool.
PAX Unplugged maybe.
Yep.
You know, things to think about, future things.
Future things. We
Yeah.
should definitely do them.
Yeah. Do a lot more community outreach.
There's so many nooks and crannies. It's like one of those English muffins.
As soon as you said nooks and crannies, it's like Thomas's English muffins. Yep. Nice work.
Good wholesome boy, like an English muffin.
English muffins.
Yes, nooks and crannies.
Yep. I'm sure he loves being described that way. Yep.
I'm just trying to get it all so I can paint the details over top and not have to worry about like being careful going back through.
Right.
You guys, I swear.
Leave my Minotaur son alone.
Well, it was when we originally were saying that it was like if
It was our child,
was our
but
child.
then you insulted him, so I revoked. I was
Perfect.
like, no.
perfect because as most giant fathers, I guess they just run away, go off to war. I don't know how that society works.
I'm not sure either.
I have to read Elminster's Ecologies again.
Excellent. Okay, I'm just gonna.
Oh, the wee bits of brown.
Poor Gretchen has no elbow room. That's right. Denied.
No.
It's okay. I have plenty of space. I can.
She does have elbows.
Lies.
Call it lots, but
Lots.
Lots and lots.
Lots of
lots.
lies.
I'm gonna take a break for a second and try and find the gold in here. There it is.
I'm very
Found the gold.
foldable. I'm like, I fit lots of spaces. I'm only 5'3".
Were you always the child that ended up in the way back?
Yeah, because I've been short. So I wasn't supposed to make it to 5'3". I was only supposed to be 5 foot.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was 5 foot all throughout high school.
But
and
she
they're like,
wished and prayed
I
on a
did.
star.
Please let me be tall, please. And then at my senior year of high school, I grew 3 inches.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yep.
That is impressive.
And then I stopped.
Right.
I'm a real kid.
I almost got to real adult size. I think when your average adult woman's like 5'4",
Right.
5'4", 5'5", I almost got there.
Yeah. You wished and prayed.
Please let it be to do with Gretchen's height.
I mean, not YouTube, Facebook.
Oh, Facebook.
I haven't broken my set open yet. Can you describe the quality of the cast, mini, or resin? It's that's from Michael Gilkinson.
Yep. They're, the minis are PVC, but there's flex in them, but not a lot. So they're very, very sturdy. The bases are super sturdy there. Oh, you hear me
just break it?
cracking the glue there.
It's super sturdy.
Snap.
But yeah, it's not the bendy PVC. But yeah, a lot of fantastic detail, which you can see on the camera there. Very crisp. But yeah, just plastic. I think the bases are probably polystyrene.
Okay.
But yeah, the minis themselves are PVC. But are very sturdy. Sturdy look. So I rate them quite highly.
Nice.
I think they're the same, kind of the same PVC as the Song of Ice and Fire minis. They're holding that same level of detail. The Song of Ice and Fire minis, of course, have polystyrene weapons and weapon arms,
Okay.
that kind of thing. So that swords and spear points and that sort of thing don't go all floppy
All willy-nilly.
or willy-nilly, indeed. I'll stick with floppy.
Kelly says that's a beautiful gold.
Cool. It's looking a little bit.
Hey, Alec, for
Odd
some
here,
reason, YouTube won't let me post the link, but search Painting Happy Little Minis and ask to join. Start trolling? Is that what this is?
Yes, start trolling all the
Trolling?
time.
I don't know.
You don't know words. That's
Yeah,
okay.
It's all good. Someday I'll know them.
I think we might get you LASIK for Christmas.
What?
Yeah? Would that work?
You're going to send me to Hawaii? Other than Reaper and pre-painted minis, what some other mini manufacturers? Ooh, that's a long list, actually.
Yep.
But we tend to play around with Games Workshop, CMON, Renegade, WizKids. We do some Reaper sometimes.
Yep.
Infinity, or Mantic, Steamforged.
Yep. Did it say Privateer Press?
Privateer Press, yeah.
Just going to go for a
We're not
number
very
round.
picky.
I'm trying to think
No.
of some. I mean, and there's so many more
Yeah.
out there.
Dozens and dozens and dozens.
And they all bring something a little bit different to the table, which is nice.
Yep. I'm about to use a color that I don't use a lot.
Ooh, you're breaking it
Waiting
up.
for it. Waiting for it.
Go for it. What is it going to be?
I've already used Tinny Tin this episode, Rick.
Dang it.
It's going to be Reichland Flesh Shade Gloss.
Ooh. What's that going to do?
He says like that, like he doesn't use it very often.
I don't use it very often. I hand it to other people to use, for sure. But
Yeah, that actually is.
it's totally true.
That's
Tell me
totally
I'm
true.
wrong. So yeah, there we go. Reichland Flesh Shade Gloss. Gotta make sure I get it nice and
Thanks.
thoroughly mixed because I don't use it very much.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to put this over.
Sorry, yeah,
Oh, sorry.
we had a little radio silence there. Just
We got really excited.
We've only got about 8 minutes left, and there's like
speed painting.
trying to
speed
get some of
painting.
this.
8 minutes left? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But that's no. I want more time.
We all want more time.
I've got to finish this halved here.
I'm really happy
But
about
everybody
his
to
skin
decide
turned
that
out,
Isn't
That was looking great.
his amazing? Just look at the paints that he's applied.
though. By the way, guys, we were singing Disney earlier.
What?
Another question on Facebook.
Oh,
Thank you, Leona, for keeping Rick on task.
Mini AC has a production. Are you going to try some gold on the gauntlets,
Oh, here?
Dave?
Yeah. Well, I assume it was me. I'm the only one on
You're the
close
only
cam.
one that, you're the only one they can see, Dave.
I wasn't planning on it. You're thinking maybe all around the edges of the of that plate there? Not sure.
Let's go.
Maybe, but I did just notice as I'm looking a little bit more closely, there's a chain wrapped around this arm that I didn't even paint. Didn't get to.
Great, Dave.
Yep, spoiled it.
Dave, you're supposed to be.
Ruined.
You're supposed to be the strong painter here.
I know. It's all an act.
We don't have time for your imposter syndrome.
Fake it till you make it, right? That's what I've been doing. I don't see you on a YouTube show. Oh, wait. Damn, yes, I do. Like 4 times as many as me. I should just give up now.
Hey, Big Rick. Seth at Alliance wanted me to let you know that he misses you. I miss you too, Seth. I miss
Excellent.
everybody over there at Alliance West and Alliance East, because that's Seth at Alliance East, so that must be Matt.
Matt Bowles.
Matt Bowles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Here we go.
You can do it. You can do it.
Nice.
I think one of the things I'll have to do, take this guy home, finish him off over the weekend, and add some considerable blood splatter
Oh.
to his axe head.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yep.
Getting down to the last few minutes here.
A little bit of it. Add some extra depth to it.
Nice.
I could pretend it was standing next to one of Chris's doors.
All right.
Oh yeah, and got the blood splatter on
All
it.
the blood splatter.
Sending his minion through the door, and he
Yep.
gets the blood on him. Yes.
Ah, I won't have enough time. I'm sorry, my child.
You get in
Ruined.
there.
I still have to finish the dragon from last time, too.
There we
What
go.
even do I do at home?
James says I have Minnie's reviews videos. Yes, you guys should watch some of James's mini review videos.
Do it.
Oh.
Yep, Alliance East. Our brethren over at Alliance East.
Okay. Hmm.
Speed paint, speed paint.
Decisions. While the paint is drying on the wooden half here, I've got to decide whether I go lighter,
Okay.
so it's more of a like a birch kind of color,
Right.
or should I go darker?
Those are good questions.
Yeah.
Yep. Should I go red?
Red's always a good color.
So
Very fun.
I'll end up with red once I get the splatter on there. Splatter across the mini. Turn him around for a sec. There we go.
Very fond of any and all.
Because it's coming out looking fairly, it's got a lot of browns, and bones, and silvers going on.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really lending himself to that. So,
All right, so we're
okay.
So we have about 4 more minutes. So we're doing all right.
What I'm going to do is more like 3. Again, Leona.
Leona's on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Go, 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 go.
Yep.
Get those skulls painted. No,
Paint those skulls.
I'll just have pretty much a base of all his like extra colors, but the skin tone,
Yep.
that I did do, and
Good
much
work.
nicer than I normally do.
Did a great job. Looks very cool.
I'm growing as a painter. I
Yep.
am. It's almost like I've been doing this a little bit, and
Yep.
it's finally sinking into my skull.
Cool.
Cool. That was fun. Good paint jobs, everybody.
All right, just because you're done.
Sling Paint is the name of the video series on James's thing.
Cool.
John Dickerman had said darker.
Darker. All right.
Just the base, teeth, and eyes left. Nice, Jack.
I don't want to drop it. Don't, no.
Put it on the spinner, Rick.
All right.
Put
The
it
only
on
thing
the
is-
spinner.
Hold on. There's just one little.
Spinner,
No,
spinner,
you're
chicken
done early.
dinner.
You're done early. You said you were done.
I didn't say I was done. I said good job painting, everybody.
Shh. Don't tell anyone. Let's see if I can get a quick tidy up of his facial hair. Make sure he has a snowy white beard and hair. There we go.
Nice.
All the better for showing up those blood splatters. Because he's all about the hate.
So many wee tiny skulls.
Come on, Rick. You said you were done.
I did not say I was done. I said good job painting, everybody. I still have to do the base.
I think Leona said you were done. Yep.
Did he just like Sparta kick the poor, sad little
He did.
Yep.
whatever that was?
This is hate.
Yeah, there we go. There's mine.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Still got to do some highlights,
Yeah, it'd be fantastic to come back on a lot of that.
the fur and.
I was thinking actually on the dark metal,
Mm-hmm.
all those plates, and just pick out some really tiny, really bright highlights along the edges. I think that'll look great.
Okay.
Very nice.
All right, everyone on the spinner.
Everyone on the spinner. Okay.
I mean, last skull.
And while we wait for him to put them on the spinner, just so everybody, again, remember, thanks for joining us here on Painting Handleable Minis. Join us over on the Facebook group as well. We'd love to have you as part of our community, as you are allowing us to be a part of yours by watching us every time we come on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. We'll be back again next week with some more fun. And yeah, let's take a look at Gretchen's work. We'll just,
So work in progress, obviously.
oh,
My son, my sweet lad.
there we go. Looks
What a
great.
good boy.
Cool.
I think I'm gonna
I'm gonna
get all the rest of the base
spin him
colors
just a little
with
bit.
some Tinny tin for all those metal bits.
Nice.
And then go back over with some shading for the fur and all of that kind of good stuff. I'm very happy that skin tone came out. I like
Yes.
that.
Yeah. No, it looks great.
That's very.
I think that putting that blue, those blue undertones there, just gives some fantastic depth to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they all, that axe
nice.
was sick.
I want to do some more, some darker stippling on it.
Cool.
I think just give it some texture.
All right. I kind of want to make these bases a little different than normal, and not just a
Yeah.
black.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. We've never really done basing,
Right.
Yeah.
and that might be something we could do
It could
next
be
week.
an episode, yeah.
Yeah, actually. One thing we probably want to get is there's a box set we can get from Games Workshop
Okay.
called Skulls.
Skulls.
Skulls. It has
More
like,
skulls.
like 160 skulls in it.
Perfect.
And just
Yeah,
just
just like
skulls, just
skulls on the bases. It has all sorts of different sizes of skulls. It has human size at 28 mil, so this size, all the way up to like dragon skulls.
Oh, wow.
And demon skulls and things like that. So,
All right.
yeah, I think we should definitely pick that up and give it a go.
All right,
Just a
everybody.
big bag of
Again,
skulls.
thank you so
Yep.
much. Thanks for Gretchen and Dave for doing everything they do by coming in and working with us. Thank you to Leona for keeping us on track. Oh, we're overtime. And,
Worst job
Thank you
ever.
to Caleb for taking up the reins today and helping out back there and learning,
And learning
the process.
learning the ropes.
We'll be back real soon. This has been Painting Happy Little Minis. I'm Rick,
I'm Dave.
and I'm Gretchen.
and we'll see you at the game store.
Hi, I'm Tom from Looney Labs. Make sure you check out our upcoming game, Timebreaker. It releases on February 28th, and if you pre-order now, you can get an early demo copy like this to try out before the game hits shelves.
Thanks for watching Painting Happy Little Minis. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment below, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new content.